Natasha Denona. Natasha Denona. Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars! ParisStarChannel here welcomes you during the new and possibly a very exciting episode. Guys, there's definitely something to be excited about because the internet is just exploded about this brand and everyone is talking about this product. So obviously I had to jump in and test out these products on my mature skin and give you my own personal opinion based on on the experience while working with these products. And if you have been wondering what kind of a brand I am talking about, guys, NatashaDenona is in the house right over here with their most famous and popular products from the HY collection. What are we talking about in here? Guys, we are having the primer serum, we are having the foundation, we are having the color corrector and the concealer, we're having the bronzer, and we are actually having the blush. All of these, guys, are in my beauty studio lab, ready to be tested and presented in today's episode. So yes, guys, if this is something that interests you, welcome. Please tune in to my channel, to the party, where we celebrate diversity and beauty, because diversity makes us all different, but with our differences, we are all gorgeous, unique, and beautiful. Guys, we are starting today's episode. Today's episode is all about the Natasha Denona and their unique HY-GLAM collection. If you're interested, if you would like to see how it looks like on my mature skin, please stay tuned because the episode is just about to get started. Alright guys, before we're going to start, a little bit of a disclaimer. First things first, thank you so very much for being in here. Thank you so very much for engaging and helping my channel to grow, for your likes, for your comments and your subscriptions. It is incredible. Thank you so very much. Another thing that is very important when it comes to the testing of certain products is that I have mature skin. I'm over 40 years old. My skin is normal to dry. This is how my skin looks like. I take a lot of care right over here when it comes to my skin. So when it comes to the makeup, my own personal preference is makeup, no makeup. Makeup that is practically invisible, yet it's beautifying. So whenever I test products, I test under this kind of an angle, under this, I take this preference into the consideration. And another thing that I would like to say is, guys, when a product that I test, like the foundation, like makeup, is infused with skincare, that's, for me personally, it's a very good plus, but it is not the priority. My priority when I test products is that I don't want makeup to be drying on my skin. I want a non-drying makeup, so I test products and I review them under this preference, and then I talk about this. So yes, guys, I guess that was all about this little disclaimer, guys, and right now let's jump into the presentation of the products. Alright guys, so here we are ready to start today's episode, a super exciting episode, a massive test of Natasha Denona. Before we're going to start, as you can see, the episode is quite large. So for your own convenience, this episode has been divided into certain chapters, should I say. Feel free to jump to any kind of a chapter. You may jump into the summary when thoroughly you're going to see my own personal opinion about these products that are in today's test, or you can stay for a whole duration of the episode. You're more than welcome, because I am always preparing myself for this episode while trying to give you the most interesting informations about the products that I am testing. So yes guys, as you could see it in the intro, the products are right over here, and right now let's jump into a little bit of a presentation of these products and a little bit of the unboxing so that you can see it guys right now. And what do we have? We have the Natasha HY-GLAM, High Sculpt, High Blush collection. So first we're going to start from the Natasha Denona Hy-Gen Energizing and Hydrating Primer Serum. Guys, 20 milliliters. Oh my gosh, okay. The standard, a reminder, a standard size is 30 milliliters. There's 20. If you want, you can pause and have a look about all the claims of this primer serum product. And then guys, we're going to go and you can actually see, if you want to, an ingredients list so that you can pause as well and have a look into that as well if you're interested. So yes, Natasha Denona Hy-Gen Primer Serum, and then we're opening it and then we're taking out the product itself. And guys, as I've said, 20 milliliters. Where are my 10 milliliters? I can't get over this. I can't get over this, but we're going to see and we're going to test it in action. The bottle is frosted. The whole bottle is actually very nice. It has a little bit of a dropper, should I say. So let's have a look about this primer serum, because it looks a little bit pearlescent, should I say. How it looks like. A little bit of a swatch, so that you can have a look guys. And definitely in touch is very lightweight, very serumy like, but as you can see when it comes to the swatch, it gives almost like an instant glass skin effect. I am super curious how it is going to look like on my face. So when it comes to this product, this is how it looks like. And right now we're jumping into the second product. And this is the most viral product, I guess, these days. Natasha Denona Hy-GLAM Foundation. 30 milliliters of the product. It is supposed to be a serum foundation. You can see all the claims that are displayed on the bottle. Any moment you can pause if you would like to read everything that is here on the packaging. And the packaging is actually quite nice. 12 months of the shelf life, which is good. And this is the ingredients list. So if you want, you can have a look as well and have your own opinion about this. Although we shall talk a little about the ingredients. My shade is N2. There is a promise of this shade of being a very beautiful, neutral kind of a shade. We're going to see, we're going to find out. And guys, there you have it, a beautiful bottle, frosted bottle, glass bottle. The packaging is actually very nice right over here, and it's funny because on the back there is a little bit of a bump when it comes to this packaging. 30 milliliters of the product. As you can see, once again, the shade number 2, 12 months of the shelf life. And then the frosted bottle, it's very nice to hold. And then we are opening it, and then we can see a beautiful pump. As you can see, it has not been used. So let's pump it. Don't you know, pump it up. So as you can see, it is a brand new product. And you have to see the swatch because this is super interesting. A very beautiful neutral, very neutral. For me, it is glorious neutral. I absolutely love it with a little bit of a olive undertones in here. These kind of neutrals I personally adore, because this is how I consider neutrals as being neutrals. And then we go to another product. This is the HY-GLAM Correcting Concealer, because we have two of them. We have a color correction to test, and we have just a normal concealer. This is how the packaging, guys, looks like. And my shade is shade C1, because there are different intensities, so I chose C1. My skin is quite fair, so we're going to see it in action, and we are taking this out. And then there's a little bit of an inconsistency, I suppose, if I want to be picky, because this is a plastic, clear, non-frosty bottle. C1 is the shade, as I mentioned before, so it's not consistent with the previous two packaging that I showed you that are frosted and glass. This is plastic, but you know, I'm picky. But this is what it's all about when it comes to the presentation. The doe foot is quite interesting, quite pointy, and as you can see, the shade is quite interesting, quite peachy, should I say, which is supposed to be amazing to fight with dark spots, I suppose, to dark circles in the under eye area. We're going to see it, we're going to test it out. So this is the color corrector in its full glory. And now we're going to jump into, guys, another product, a very famous, if not the all-time favorite, guys, and this is the High Sculpt Liquid Bronzer. You can see the packaging, you can see that it's made in Italy, guys, with a 12 months of the shelf life and the ingredients list, because practically all of these products, in a way, they are infused with skincare. There is a promise of a non-drying skin caring product within this whole Natasha Denona High collection. My shade of the bronzer is Bamboo, which is a fair light shade. So we are going to open this, and the packaging is quite nice, but again, there's some inconsistency. I am a little bit picky, but it's a round frosted bottle. So the serum and the foundation is frosted, but it's not round. While this is frosted and this is round. And the concealer color corrector is neither round, neither frosted. I know, I mean, I am a little bit picky, but like, if we are having a whole high collection, I would like it to be consistent. But anyway, this is the new product to me. As you can see, it has not been used. So let's squeeze it out and see this shade, the Bamboo shade, in action. There you go. Here it comes. And I suppose all the shades from this product, they're actually quite warm. And this one was the coolest one, should I say. So guys, when it comes to this bronzer, in the shade Bamboo, this is how it looks like. I'm super curious how it is going to look like and perform on my skin. And the last product, guys, that is new to me is going to be this one, which is the NatashaDenona High Blush Cloudy Cream Cheek Duo. 10 grams of the product right over here. This is the packaging. This is how it looks like, and then maintains hydration to prevent skin dryness. I'm super curious about that. And the ingredients list, as I've mentioned before, this is a skincare infused product. We have we have in here a duo, should I say, 18 months of a shelf life. When it comes to duo, we have a highlighter and we have a blush, and this is the shade, how it looks like, Sweet Cheeks. So we're going to continue a little bit of the unboxing right over here, and it is quite glossy, the packaging. A very nice packaging, quite glossy. And this is how it looks like on this side. Natasha Denona High Blush Sweet Cheeks. We are opening it and we are getting a brand new product, when on the left side you have a highlighter and then on the right side you have a blush. So let's have a little bit of a swatch experience right over here. It is definitely very creamy to the touch. Let's see it in action. And as you can see, it has a little bit of a rosy kind of a base to it. So how about the blush itself? Again, very creamy, very unique, should I say, consistency that almost like changes from the cream to the powder. And the shade, it is beautiful. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely beautiful, guys. So guys, when it comes to the whole collection, there will be a concealer, but the concealer is not new to me. Once again, let's have a look. We have a primer, we have a foundation, we have a color corrector, we have a bronzer, and then we have a swatches of the highlighter and the blush. This is how it looks like. And guys, this is how the whole collection, Natasha Denona High Collection, looks like. So yes, guys, when it comes to the unboxing experience, that would be all. And right now, let's jump a little bit into the presentation of the product. Mainly, it is going to be the foundation, to talk a little bit about the ingredients and about the whole serum aspects of this product. Let's have a look. Alright guys, so the product has been presented and unboxed, and right now let's concentrate a little bit about this product, which is, guys, the Natasha Denona HY-GLAM Foundation Hydrating Blurring Longwear Serum Foundation Radiant Creaseless Coverage. Because there are lots of claims to this product, so I have questions. I am seeking answers, because apparently we are dealing in here with a serum type of a foundation, which for me is something that's definitely tickled my pickle. Me as a person that has a mature skin, prone, normal to dry skin, I'm definitely maybe not necessarily looking for a super skin caring product, but for a product that is non-drying. Because, guys, allow me now to approach. This is how my skin looks like. My skin is very well taken care of, but my dry areas are right over here. There are lots of emotions, so there are lots of things that are happening on my face. So any kind of a drying makeup, which happens, actually, it happens, accentuates my fine lines and wrinkles right over here, and then the makeup is not looking as good as I would expected it to look like. So when the Natasha Denona is saying, hey, stop, I am giving you the product that is supposed to be a skincare serum based, and we actually have developed this skincare in Korea. I'm like, huh? I'm like, okay, because right now, I suppose in Europe, the Korean beauty is exploding with its products. I am testing a lot of this skincare from Korea, and I can definitely confirm that these products, they're amazing from different categories. We're not going to talk about the Korean beauty today, but basically we are talking about the aspect of the Korean beauty, kind of a skincare infused within the foundation, something that we haven't heard of yet. And Natasha is coming out with her product while trying to propose something like this. So guys, we're supposed to have some skincare infused ingredients right over here, right? Bamboo powder and microalgae, which balances excess oil. We're supposed to have a jasmine mother cells that brightens, hyperpigmentation, boosts antioxidant defenses. We're supposed to have a white tea silver needle that blurs, smooths uneven skin textures, calms and repairs sensitive skin. And then we're supposed to have this grape pomace that delivers short and long-term hydration, boosts antioxidant defenses, anti-aging, reduces the appearance of wrinkles. This is what I have said. It is formulated in Korea but made in Italy. And then we can see it from the website against a creaseless radiant foundation that lasts, guys. It is formulated with Japanese amino acid biomimetic pigments for creaseless medium buildable coverage that won't settle into fine lines on pores. Clinically proven, hypoallergenic, non-comedogenic, safe for sensitive skin, long-lasting up to 18 hours. And then there's this latest technology, guys, about the biomimetic pigments that are supposed to be better than the normal pigments, that are supposed to be better blend with our skin and become seamless with our skin. And then we see the skincare infused coverage for every skin type and concern. We have a comparison with the product with the product and without the product. Dry and flaky skin immediately hydrates for healthy looking skin. Hyperpigmentation brightens immediately and improves uneven skin tone. Oily skin balances excess oils for a glowy and grease-free all-day wear, and the mature skin blurs immediately and reduces the appearance of wrinkles after 28 days of a daily use. So guys, obviously I am super curious and I have to check this out. So I would have to have a look into the ingredients list, and this ingredients list, you can see it right now. And what can we see about this ingredients list? By the way, guys, just a little bit of a disclaimer, I am not any expert when it comes to the ingredients list. This is my own opinion. Opinions are not facts. And then I support myself with the ChatGPT, which is the intelligence that is giving me even more insight into such kind of a situation. Which means that if you are into the ingredients analysis, if you are curious and you would like to see what are you actually using every day, you can copy any ingredients list into the ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is going to tell you the truth. It is going to tell you the truth about every ingredient. So what do we have in here? Alright, let's go and let's have a look. We are starting with water. This is a water-based product, and then we have, guys, a little bit further down, we have the glycerin, which is a moisturizing ingredient. So the promise of moisture when it comes to the ingredients list is definitely promised. But just after that, we have the alcohol denat. An alcohol denat, certainly, it is not a skin-caring beneficial ingredient. In fact, my skin is not fully enjoying the presence of the alcohol denat within any kind of a product. Me, because I can only speak from my point of view. Me personally, when I am using any product that has alcohol denat, frequently, my skin becomes tired, my skin becomes dry, my skin can become irritated, and it is actually this alcohol denat ingredient has that kind of a opinion of being an irritating, drying ingredient that can cause a little bit of the redness. And within this ingredients list, it is way up. It is quite way up. So already this promise of the Korean skincare right over here, I'm like, Okay. All right. But then we go further down, and then what we see, guys, we see ingredients that are used to formulate a makeup foundation, to give it a consistency, to give it a certain thickness, to formulate the foundation itself. And then we go down, we go down, we go down. And then what do we see, guys? In here we see the promise of a skincare at the very bottom of the ingredients list. Very cheeky, because to explain you basically how the ingredients list look like. The most intense products are on the top when it comes to the intensity, and then the least intensive product when it comes to the intensity when it comes to the bottom. So what do we see here on the top? We see alcohol denat, a little bit with a glycerin, and then when it comes to the skincare aspects, we see it, and the less intensity, we see it on the bottom. But okay, what do we see when it comes to this skincare aspect? All the promises are maintained, which means we have a caprylic captric triglyceride which brings moisture to the skin. We have a Bambusa arundicea stem powder, which is the powder from the bamboo. We have a Chlorella emersoni extract, which is the algae extract. We have a tocopherol, which is vitamin E, a very punchy antioxidant. We have a Jasminum sambact leaf cell extract, which is the jasmine flower extract. We have the Vitis vinifera grapefruit extract, which is the extract from the grapes. And we have the Camellia sinensis leaf extract, which is the green tea extract. So, when it comes to these positive ingredients, glycerin is a powerful humectant that deeply hydrates, smooths, and improves skin elasticity. And then we have the caprylic captric triglyceride, a lightweight, silky emollient that nourishes and softens the skin without heaviness. We have a tocopherol vitamin E, a potent antioxidant that protects against free radicals, supports skin regeneration, and slows the visible signs of aging. We have a Chlorella emersoni extract rich in amino acids, vitamins, and minerals, revitalizes the skin, boosts oxygenation, and supports cellular renewal. And then we have Jasminum sambac leaf cell extract that soothes and calms the skin while restoring its natural radiance and freshness. We have a Vitis vinifera grapefruit extract packed with polyphenols and resveratrols, offers strong antioxidant and anti-aging benefits. And then we have Camellia sinensis leaf extract, the green tea that purifies, calms, and protects the skin against oxidative stress and inflammation. And then we have Bambusa arundicea stem powder, a natural mattifying and blurring agent that absorbs excess oil and refines texture. So guys, to summarize, we are going to see it in action. The promise of the skin-caring Korean serum infused within this foundation is definitely right over here, but the presence of these active ingredients that are on the bottom of the list, which is, I don't know how to say it. Is it some sort of marketing type of attraction to the product, which means, you know, we're taking the product and we see, oh my gosh, okay, a skincare infused type of a product infused with Korean serum, and we're actually going to, okay, I'm on it. I definitely want to see it. I want to check it out. Or is it actually going to work? So guys, to summarize, what I am actually trying to say when it comes to the analysis of this ingredients list. Surely, I can definitely confirm that we have this unique skin-caring type of a serum. It might be developed in the Korea that has these kind of an actives. But at the same time, these actives, they are on the bottom of the ingredients list. How much effective they are going to be, we're going to see it, we're going to find out. While the products, the ingredients, like the alcohol denat, is quite should I say, in my opinion, quite way up, which might suggest that the intensity is quite large. So we're going to see it, how it is going to perform on my mature skin, and then we're going to see it in action. And one more thing that personally is a little bit like, maybe not worries me, but it definitely it goes into my consideration on my mature skin. A combination of the alcohol denat mixed with the bamboo powder or any kind of a powder has quite a drying aspect to my skin. So how it is going to look like this foundation in action, we're going to see it in the second. Right now, there's still one more product that I would like to talk about, so let's have a look. Alright guys, there's one more product that I would like to talk about, and it's this one. And it is the NatashaDenona Hy-GLAM Primer Serum, Energizing and Hydrating Primer Serum. So we're talking here a little bit about some sort of a hybrid between the skincare and makeup. I am definitely super curious about this. We're going to see it in action, but right now let's talk a little bit about this product. What this product can do, what kind of claims can we see from the website. It is a HY-GLAM Energizing and Hydrating Primer Serum. It has a SIM control care, Mediterranean microalgae dual function defense, hyaluronic acid and microalgae. And then we have the Hydroviton Plus 2290, which is a double moisturizing active hyaluronic acid and powerful humectants, which has natural sugars and peptides. And then when it comes to these peculiar names like SIM Control Care and Hydroviton Plus, is a registered trademark of Simrise in Germany. And then guys, when it comes to the ingredients list, you can see it right now. So let's concentrate ourselves on the positive actives of the positive ingredients in here. What do we have? We have a glycerin, which moisturizes and attracts water to the skin. We have a sodium hyaluronate, which is a hyaluronic acid, should we say. Plumps fine lines, provides hydration and smoothness. We have urea, which soothes, hydrates, and supports skin elasticity. We have allantoin, which regenerates and soothes irritations and redness. We have peach fruit extract, which is Prunus persica fruit extract, which is an antioxidant, hydrates and nourishes the skin. We have an ingredient that is called Tetraselmis suecica extract, which is the algae extract, antioxidant, supports skin protection. Then we have a sodium PCA, sodium lactate, trehalose, maltose, glucose, fructose, which is a natural humectant, maintains softness and comfort. Then we have a non-peptide 1, potentially brightening and collagen supporting symbolic effect. But then we have some controversials that are definitely needed to be mentioned, which is the phenoxyethanol, that is a preservative, may irritate sensitive skin. We have a perfume, we have a linalool and citronellol that gives a fragrance, and it's a risk of the irritation. And then we have the hydrogenated castor oil, which is an emulsifier, generally safe in this product. So when it comes to the ingredients list, that would be all. I am definitely very intrigued because there are definitely quite few ingredients that are definitely deliver a promise of a boost of a hydration. But then when it comes to how it looks like, it is extremely pearlescent to the point where I'm just like shook. So is it going to be truly skin caring, or is it going to be rather more going towards the makeup and it's kind of like pearlescent glow? We shall go and we shall find out. So when it comes to the ingredients list to this particular product, that would be all. When it comes to the product introduction, that would be all. And right now let's play with this makeup and let's see all these products in action. Let's have a look. Alright guys, so in this part of the episode we are actually going to play with the whole collection from Natasha Denona. I just can't wait. Let's just see it in action and see what kind of an effect we can have on my skin. So if you have tuned in, be mindful of the fact that I am over 40 years old. My skin is normal to dry with extreme dry aspects here on my skin in these kind of an areas. So my own personal preference is a makeup, no makeup. Makeup that it's not necessarily super covering with a super extra coverage, but makeup that is rather beautifying your beauty. And then the skincare aspects within makeup, it's a good plus, but then the most important thing for me personally is when makeup is non-drying, and this is what I am looking for. So guys, allow me now to approach. This is how my skin looks like. My skin has already been prepped and primed because obviously I need to put some sunscreen to protect myself from the UVA and UVB. But then we have an extra primer that comes from Natasha Denona, and it's this one. It is the Natasha Denona Hy-GLAM Energizing and Hydrating Primer Serum. As you can see, there is lots of pearl right over here. So what I am actually going to do, I'm going to shake to mix the formula, and I suppose the only thing that is just like, it's the 20 milliliter. I can't get over it. Normally, a standard size for the luxurious price would be 30 milliliters, while there is 20 in here, 10 milliliters less. That's quite significant. Am I going crazy, or like, do I have a reason? Sound below. If you would like to, in comments, you're more than welcome. I'm super curious, how do you feel about this 20 milliliter bottle with its product with it? Anyway, I think it's good. I think it's being shooketh. And normally I don't do that because I don't like it, but this time for the sake of the test, we are going to spread the serum like that, only on one side of my face, to see what kind of a result we can have. And let's go, guys, and let's spread it. The consistency of this product is super nice, very kind of like watery gel-like, in a very good way. And do we see something that is happening right over here? There is it's like there is a little bit of a perfume right over here. The spread is extremely nice. It reminds me somehow of the Korean skincare, although this formula has not been developed in Korea. And okay, ooh la la. Guys, there is an extreme glow that comes from this product. Like, I'm not even kidding. This is the side. Well, my skin is naturally glowy, and it's naturally glass skin, so I don't know if camera will be able to pick this up, but this is the side that does not have it, but this is the side that is having it. I don't know if you can see it. There is can we use one second? Can we use an extra light to show you something? Alright guys, I used as much light as possible to show you what is happening, because, well, when it comes to the outside, the condition of the light changes, and so my camera is adapting to these conditions, so I tried to adapt everything so that I can film, well, the most important thing is right now to show you how the serum is going to look like in the natural light, guys. So there is some natural light that is coming in here, and look at that glow. Look at that glow. And then this is the side that is having this serum, and this is the side that doesn't have it. So there's definitely an extreme significant difference when it comes to the glow, to the point when I'm because I thought it's gonna be smoothing, and it's not actually smoothing. In my personal opinion, when it comes to the side that doesn't have it with the side that does have it, there is much more texture right over here with the serum. I wonder, what do you think? I think that the side that does not have the serum is definitely much more smooth and blurred, and it's just my skin here, while the side with the serum is almost, the texture is almost screaming. But yeah, okay guys, that would be all, I suppose, when it comes to this application. Allow me now to wait a little bit so that the serum is going to dry and to blend with my skin, and I'll be back and we're going to continue with the application. Alright guys, so when it comes to this serum primer, it is slowly resting on my skin, and it's not really kind of like sinking in very quickly. I guess I get the impression that it needs some time, so we're going to give it a little bit of more time while continuing with this test. What do I see? Absolutely right now is this is the side that is not having it with the side that it is having it. My texture in here is screaming. I am not even kidding. It is definitely my texture of my skin is definitely accentuated because of the enormous glow that comes from within, from this product. At the same time, I definitely must say that the feel of this kind of like moisture that comes from this product is definitely here. It's definitely present. So I am not worrying extra about this massive glow, because on top of that, there's going to be another product, and especially the foundation. We're going to cover this all up and calm this down. So yeah, that's fine. Definitely there is a very interesting feel, and then there is a little bit a very subtle perfume and a scent to this product. Another product that I would like to talk about, guys, would be these ones, and it is the NatashaDenona Color Corrector in the shade C1, and then the NatashaDenona Concealer in the shade N2. As you can see, there is a difference when it comes to the cap. A color correcting product is a kind of terracotta orange cap, while the concealer has this kind of like neutral cap, should I say. So that's the difference. First, what I'm going to use a color correction in the shade C1, and we're going to see it in action. There is a very interesting doe foot, as you can see right over here. So let's go. As you can see, the application is quite simple right over here, and then I am going to use the temperature on my skin and try to apply this with my fingers gently, and watch the result right over here in my camera. So yes, I can definitely say, and I can definitely confirm that it cancels any kind of a dark spots or dark circles in my under eye area. And when it comes to the color correction, it's definitely doing its job. So when it comes to this, it definitely does its job. When it comes to the color correction, there is definitely a lot of pigment, so you don't have to put a lot of this color corrector concealer, and then it blends actually very nice with the temperature on my finger, and it becomes one with my skin, just like so. So when it comes to the presentation right after application, guys, This is the side that is not having it, and then this is the side that has the color correction. So there's definitely a significant difference that has happened in here. This is how it looks like. Good, nice. Now all what we have to do is just to observe how it is going to behave during the whole day. Another product that I would like to talk about would be this one, and this is the typical concealer in the shade N2. And that concealer I'm going to apply on the other side, and then we're going to see the effect and the differences between. This is an amazing shade when it comes to the concealer, and this is product that is known to me. That's why it has not been featured in the unboxing, because I have tested it out already. And let's go and let's spread it out. This concealer has an amazing shade, a very neutral type of a shade that is neither yellow, neither is just a perfect neutral. I guess when it comes to Natasha Denona and her kind of a vision when it comes to the shades, she knows how to do it. Because without any shade, you can have House Labs with its 50 shades or so, and none of them, they're 100% match to me. And I just like ask, how is it happening? While the Natasha Denona, she's just nailing it. She just knows how to do that. And on top of that, when it comes to Natasha Denona, it is very understandable, the philosophy. You have N, that is neutral, and then you have a P that is peachy, and then you have C that is cool tone, and then you have the intensity 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. While, for example, no shade once again with the House Labs, everything is just upside down. When the shade that is cool tone is meant to be warm toned, and then the warm tones are cool tones, and then the cool tones are yellow, and then the ones that are and so on and so forth. It is so confusing. I don't know who managed to have that kind of an idea, but I suppose what I'm trying to say, all the brands follow the idea of Natasha Denona and her idea and her vision of the undertones and of the shades, because she knows how to do it. And look at this extreme phenomena right over here, because I need to do this word because you need to see what I'm trying to tell you. We are talking here about the color correction and about the concealer. There are swatches right over here. The color corrector and the concealer. They're very different. This is very peachy type of a color correction, a perfect color correction for the dark circles. As I said, Natasha Denona, she knows how to do it. And then this is the concealer. But then, when you would look in my under eye area, there's not much of a difference. It is applied, it works, it corrects, it covers, and guys, this is how it looks like, so you can have a look into the situation. And now when it comes to presentation, this is the side that has the color correction, this is the side that has the concealer. All of the products that are applied, this is how it looks like. Nice. Everything is covered, but I suppose this is a definitely a non-compromise, not going on any kind of a compromise, full coverage concealer, full shebang type of a situation right over here. So me, as a person that likes makeup, no makeup, that is kind of like demi-transparent, and it's peeking through, no, there is a coverage. There's just a mega shebang that happens in here, and I can definitely see and tell you that my under eye area screams makeup. There is a makeup on my face, and it's definitely visible in my humble opinion. But good, this is a test. So I'm passing you all the experience while working with these products so that you can be very well informed. Another product that I would like to talk about would be this one, and it is the NatashaDenona liquid bronzer, because we are going to do a little bit of the underpainting. Just because, guys, the summer has ended. Right now we have a period of the autumn, and I don't want to be super bronzed. And well, I suppose when I'm watching the NatashaDenona tutorials and everything, her makeup is definitely a makeup full shebang. While I'm repeating myself all over and over again, I like makeup, no makeup. So I definitely can have a little bit of a subtle bronze on my face, that's fine, but not over bronze, especially at this time of the year. So I'm going to shake, just because. And now I am going to take a little bit of this bronzer here on my palette. Just like so. Spread it. Okay. A very interesting creamy consistency. And I am going to do it like that. So it is very interesting, because if you would look like in here, it looks quite cool tone. But then how it transfers on my skin. Let's have a look. Let's give it a try. Makeup by Mario F4 brush. As you can see, right over here on the application, when I am actually spreading this product, it becomes warm on my skin. Is it because of my undertones or something? I don't know. It blends like a dream. It blends like a butter. And at the same time, guys, there is a very interesting aspect to this product, which is smoothing. This product smooths my skin, and it's not super glowy. It looks actually quite nice and quite natural, and I like the effect that I have thanks to this product. So allow me now to approach. This is the side that does not have this bronzer. And this is the side that has this bronzer. It is definitely rather more on the warm type of a side. My skin is definitely warmth, and the warmth is quite intense. As you could see, I was trying to put a little bit of this product, and still the pigmentation impact, it's definitely visible right over here. But no worries, I'm going to put the foundation on top of that, and everything is going to balance out. So to save some time, allow me now to apply this bronzer on the other side, and we're going to continue with this application. Alright guys, so the bronzer is applied, and guys, this is how it looks like. You can have your own insight into the situation in my camera 4K. So what is happening? I like the formula in the way how it spreads and how it looks on my skin, meaning that it's smoothing and very natural looking. What I do not exactly enjoy about this bronzer, that there is a very intensity color payoff, which means I haven't even squeezed a whole pump. I actually used just about like half of the pump, and the intensity is quite over here. I look like as if I would came out of from the beach, and I'm very well tanned. The shade Bamboo, I would rather say, though it was swatching quite cool tone, I would say that on my skin while being spread and applied, it looks quite warm and bronzy. So yes, that's all what I wanted to say, and right now let's jump into this incredible product, which is the NatashaDenona foundation. My foundation is in the shade N2, the same shade as the concealer N2, because that was the promise practically. When you have chosen already and found your concealer, you can continue buying the foundation in the same shade, and there should be a match. So let's have a look, because why not? It's a test let's present. So this is the concealer in the shade N2. And right now, let's squeeze a little bit of this foundation on my palette. Just like so. I'm going to take a little bit of a swatch. Here we have it. Quite interesting, actually. Good. So there are the swatches. This is the concealer in the shade N2, and this is the foundation in the shade N2. They're quite similar. We're going to observe and come back to this a little bit later. So, I'm going to take the foundation, spread it, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2. And now I'm going to take the damp beauty blender, a beauty sponge, and try to blend it and see what kind of a result we can observe on my skin. All right. Ooh la la. Okay, wow, okay. The biomimetic pigments blends with my skin for sure. And giving me this kind of a... Oh my gosh, okay. Oh my gosh, it's pretty, guys. It's pretty. Wow, okay. Good. Everything evens out. This kind of an extra glow that came from the serum, it's now kind of hidden. You're gonna see it in just a second. What I'm trying to say, if I try to add, it look like it blends and it disappears. All right. Everything now becomes one with my skin, and the shade N2 is an absolute perfection here. Nice. Okay. I guess we have it. So allow me now to approach, guys, so that you can have your comparison. When it comes to this foundation, this is the side that does not have it, only the bronzer and the concealer. And then, guys, this is the side by side, and this is the side that has the foundation. This biomimetic pigments, definitely they make a significant difference. The foundation blended with my skin and kind of disappeared with my skin, while giving me a beautiful coverage that I don't know, it's kind of like I can see it as a makeup. Sometimes I apply foundations and I don't see it. In here I can still see a little bit of the aspect of the makeup. So as for me, as a person that likes makeup, no makeup, I definitely like what I see, but I see it. If it makes any sense. Anyway, allow me now to apply the foundation on the other side of my face to save some time, and we're gonna continue with this episode. Alright guys, so the foundation and almost all makeup is applied. The foundation has rested for quite some time, and I believe and I feel that it kind of tries to set on its own, and it's kind of like an 80% set. We're not going to use the powders today because I don't want to impact the performance of the foundation. If there's going to be any extra situation like, I don't know, moisture, dryness, whatever, I definitely want to observe it without having an extra influence from any powders or setting sprays or whatever. I just want to see the skin caring formula in the foundation in action on its own. So when it comes to the bronzer, it's definitely peeking through, and definitely it shows it warmed up and a little bit darkened a little bit of my complexion right now. And guys, when it comes to how it looks like, this is how it looks like. So you can have your own impression. It looks beautiful, but As a person that loves natural makeup, this does not look natural, but extremely beautiful. If that makes sense. There is a difference between situation that looks natural and situation that looks beautiful Barbie doll. Because I need to add some colors to look natural right now. Right now I see, okay, there's everything when it comes to this kind of Barbie doll type of a skin. It's smooth, it's perfected, it's covered and everything. But then when it comes to the naturality of this look, it doesn't look natural. If that makes any sense. Beautiful. But I'm repeating myself on and I need to stop. Makeup, no makeup here, that's not the situation here. Good. Another product that I would like to apply and use would be the NatashaDenona High Blush. That is right over here, and mine is in the shade Sweet Cheeks. And guys, because one more second. Let's go back to the swatches of this product and see if it oxidizes. First, I'm going to use the concealer. Spread it just like so. Good. And now I'm going to use a little bit of the foundation. Spread it just like so. Yes, we have some interesting answers right over here for your own information. Ta-da! This is the concealer that has been applied before, and this is reapplied. And this is the foundation. There is a minimum, but like the minimum oxidation within the foundation. But basically, this is the shade N2 in action. Very similar when it comes to the concealers and when it comes to the foundation. Good. So I suppose that would be all when it comes to the shades and comparison. And right now, let's add a little bit of a color to my cheeks. I can't wait, because when it comes to this shade, it is very pretty. Very pretty. So let's go. And I already swatched this, as you could see in the unboxing. So the formula here, it's quite interesting. And look at this. There's a quite a lot of pigment. So I need to be really very careful about the application right over here, so that I will not over apply. But I suppose this is something that I am experiencing right now. When it comes to the pigment of NatashaDenona, it's no joke. There is going to be a pigment, so prepare yourself, have a light hand, because so that you won't be, surprised about that. Good. The application is very interesting. It kind of like comes out as a cream and it kind of sets instantly as a powder. The shade, it's very pretty. The Sweet Cheeks, it's so weird. The formula, it's so weird, because I just took it out as a cream, and right now when I applied it, it kind of became a powder. So I was just a few seconds before, I was having a cream, and right now I'm having an impression that is set as a powder. So interesting. Good. A little bit more. I'm trying to be really very careful in here so that I will not over apply. I guess we see it, the side that does not have a blush with the side that does have a blush. Sweet Cheeks, definitely cute, definitely nice. So let's go to the other side. It applies actually quite nice with hands, because the reason I do have brushes obviously, but the reason why I am applying and working here with my fingers is because we are dealing in here with the cream formula that is infused with skincare. So, 1 second of a distraction, and there you go. Anyway, these kind of formulas, in my personal opinion, they apply the best while working with the temperature of my skin and of my fingers. Wow, okay, it looks quite cutesy. A little bit like here as well to connect everything, to make it more natural. Now we're talking about looking more, more structured, should I say? Because right now, when I have a beautiful blushy cheeks, all this look comes all together, and it is quite nice. So guys, this is how it looks like, and the last product from this whole collection that I would like to feature would be this highlighter. We just applied this blush, and right now I would like to apply this highlighter. So let's have a look. Once again, quite creamy. I need to work this in here on my skin before applying it, and let's go. Let's have a look. On the other side as well. Wow, okay. It is subtle, yet very brightening. Okay. It blends very nicely with the blush itself. Alright. Quite interesting. Good. I like the effect that it gives because, you know, there are different formulas. Certain formulas after application, they accentuate all the texture on my skin, while in here I definitely can see some beautiful glow without accentuating the texture. This is something that I like. So if you would like to have a look, guys, this is how it looks like. The blush and the highlighter connected together, blended all together in its full glory, and the whole makeup. Good. So when it comes to the application, that would be all. Allow me now to do, maybe if necessary, to do some fixes and final touches, and I'll be back with the first check-in and a little bit of a summary of everything that has happened by now on my face. Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars. ParisStarChannel here welcomes you during this first check-in and the presentation of my final look, thanks to the products from the NatashaDenona. All the products has been applied, and I am ready now to present how it looks like in the natural light. And by the way, guys, today the natural light is very grumpy. The situation outside changes like the 4 seasons at once, and sometimes there's more light, there's less light. My camera adapts and is definitely it is a great challenge to show you as accurate as possible how it looks like. But hey, to the subject, guys, the makeup is done, and guys, this is how it looks like. First things first, when it comes to the side with the primer, it is definitely glowier in comparison with the side that does not have the primer. Then, all the other products in action, which is the foundation, which is the bronzer, which is the blush, this is how it looks like. And then, guys, when it comes to the color correction on this side, and then when it comes to the concealer itself on this side, allow me now to approach. See the situation. Anyway, this is how it looks like. This is the side that has the color correction. This is the side that has a concealer. This is how it looks like. So guys, one more thing, because obviously it is very important to show you how it looks like after the application when we are in the beauty studio lab. But then, guys, This is how it looks like while being outside. And this is something very important for you to present, because it's definitely looking different while we're inside in comparison when we are outside. And what do I see is glow. Glow, glow, and one more time glow. All the makeup presents itself absolutely incredibly and beautifully. But then when it comes to the effect, what do we observe on my skin? It is it is glowy. So after applying, guys, this makeup, after observing it right now, what is my opinion before making my final opinion? It is beautiful for sure, no doubt, but intense. It is extremely intense. What do I mean? This makeup is intense in glow. This makeup is intense in pigment. This makeup is intense in colors. Everything is intense, intense, intense. So for me personally, as a person that likes extremely subtle, gentle, if not subdued, should I say, type of a makeup, no makeup that is very easily practiced and visible and seen here in Paris, seeing such kind of an intense makeup filled with glow, colors and pigments is a little bit a lot. But then, for the people that likes intense beautifying makeup, I cannot deny that this is what it happened on my face. It is an absolutely beautifying perfection makeup that still screams makeup. It's visible like a makeup, but it's beautiful. So I guess that would be my opinion for now. And this is something what I would like to say once again. If I would go out with this, what I have on my face, with this beautiful makeup, people would be looking at me. While usually I practice the makeup that is super discreet and people do not pay attention. This is definitely something that is beautifying and very visible. A Barbie doll skin, should I say. An absolutely perfection, but nonetheless makeup. I'm repeating myself on and on and on, but I definitely want to pass you the message, the information. I'm a very big fan of makeup, no makeup that I do not see in here, because of its super intensity within the glow, within the pigments, within the colors that still are different from my preferences, but beautiful. So I suppose, yes, this is the message that I wanted to pass to you. Once again, have a look, have your own judgment into the situation, because right now we're going to see by the end of the day and see the performance of these products from Natasha Denona and the collection HY. Let's see them. So yes, that would be all when it comes to this first check-in. And right now, let's have a look. Let's meet by the end of the day. Let's see these products in action. Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars. ParisStarChannel here welcomes you during this summary and my final thoughts by the end of the day. And if you have been wondering when is the end of the day, guys, it is almost 11 in the evening, so the end of the day is pretty close, is pretty near. And guys, it is time to summarize everything what has happened thanks to Natasha Denona and their products, in the form of the serum primer, in the form of the color corrector and the corrector, in the form of the blush, in the form of the bronzer, and most importantly, in the form of the foundation. All the collection right over here in front of me, tested on my mature skin. So yes, allow me now to approach and show you how this all is going to look like, all these products on my mature skin by the end of the day. And there you have it. You can see it, especially when it comes to this side. There was a serum as a primer, and then on this side there was no serum. Then the foundation, the bronzer, the blush. Where's the blush? Vaporized. We're going to talk about this in just a second. And then the most important thing is the under eye area. I wonder if the camera is going to pick this up, but it is super important, guys. This is how it looks like, the area that has the color correction and the area that just have a corrector in all full glory after one whole day of wear. This is how it looks like. So there you go, guys. My 4K camera is going to tell you the truth, and right now I am going to tell you all the truth based on my experience while working with these products. Have in mind, and this is absolutely something very super important, that I am over 40 years old, my skin is mature, normal to dry, and I am a very big fan of makeup, no makeup. Of a makeup that is kind of like, you know, perfecting your natural beauty and not necessarily covering your natural beauty. So when I look at this collection from NatashaDenona, I can say I have a very beautiful makeup that is visible and that looks like makeup and screams makeup on my face, which is not necessarily going towards my personal taste. So have that in mind. The whole collection, I would say, ParisStarChannel gives a very green light. But right now, let's go one by one when it comes to the products. And I'm going to go from the order, from the least liked to the most liked. This is my own personal preference. So, here we go. When it comes to the High-Gen Energizing and Hydrating Primer Serum, ParisStarChannel gives a green light, but we do not love each other. I guess my personal issue about this product is 20 milliliters for the price of 30. It is nice, it is glowy, it works, it gives me the effect of a glass skin. It can be mixed with other products and enhancing even more of the glow, but for the price of this product, I can get other products that have 30 milliliters and not 20. And that is my own personal, because I need to always exaggerate the fact. Personal. This is my own personal opinion about that. Yes, it is. It works. It works pretty nice, but I do not agree that it's 20 milliliters, 10 milliliters less. And then there's another thing that I definitely would like to talk about. On this side, we have applied the serum. On this side, we haven't. And I can definitely see that there is more dryness on this side, as you can see, in comparison with this side. This side is still very luminous and much bouncier. There's much less fine lines in comparison with this one. So there is a very high chance that this serum actually works. It does gives you a glass skin kind of a luminosity while keeping a little bit more moisture within the skin. So ParisStarChannel gives a green light, 20 milliliters for the price of a regular 30 milliliters other products. This is the thing. Good. Guys, moving on to another product. When it comes to the color corrector, or when it comes to just the correction, ParisStarChannel gives a green light, but I personally think that these products, they're not very mature skin friendly. If you are young and you don't have a very demanding under eye area, then you might be delighted. But how it works? For me, personally, this concealer dries during the day. and then when it dries, it's drying on my already dry under eye area. And then it just screams in my under eye area makeup. And this is not my personal preference. I like something to be super subtle, and I like when the products are actually kind of elastic, plastic, giving moisture to my under eye area and working with my under eye area. These concealers, this formula doesn't do that. It actually, if you look at the ingredients, it doesn't have much of the moisture and of the skincare. So it is a highly performance type of a concealer that wants to be applied, wants to set and look the best. But if you have a mature skin, then this kind of a drying and setting properties, it's going to scream from under eye area. And I can definitely see it. Allow me now to approach once again. I don't know if camera can pick this up. I'll try to do as best as I can, because I can see every fine line and wrinkle and every detail right over here. And then the dryness, I just can see it. So for me personally, I deeply believe that these concealers and this formula, it's not very mature skin friendly. I need more moisture, and these concealers, they don't provide it. Nonetheless, they do their job. I deeply believe that it might be the best for the younger generation and not necessary for me. ParisStarChannel gives a green light. Good. Now let's jump into this duo, interesting duo, in a form of the blush and in a form of the highlighter. When you could see it during the application, it looked beautiful. It looked absolutely beautiful, the color, the shade and everything, and then it gave me an even more enhanced glass skin, the highlighter. It was juicy, it was beautiful, my perfect type of a color blush. I definitely loved it, and right now I look by the end of the day and I'm asking the question, where are they? Where are they? What happened? Like, what happened? Natasha, like, what happened? So I deeply believe that this is that type of a cream blush that disappears during the day. Of course, we have been wearing it for a very long time. It is almost 11. It is actually already 11 in the evening, as you can see it right now. But I like blushes that stay. I don't like blushes that I need to take with me to reapply them, because they disappear. They're being inhaled or eaten by skin. I don't know what happened. So yes, during the day you could see the application. It was pretty beautiful, juicy, incredible, amazing and intensive. And right now by the end of the day it's gone. So I'm just like, okay, ParisStarChannel gives an orange light. I mean, this is one of these kind of products when I'm just thinking, what happened? Where is my blush? That is all what I can say about this product. Another product that I would like to talk about is this one. And it is the super viral and popular NatashaDenona HY-GLAM foundation. ParisStarChannel gives a green light. But there are lots of things to talk about. Once again, I guess we touched the subject already, but I definitely would like to repeat myself once again. A very high concentration of the alcohol denat mixed with the bamboo powder is something like a killer and it's sucking out life of my skin. This is what I want to say. It's like, despite the fact that there is supposed to be lots of skincare ingredients, a super innovative Korean formula that's supposed to take care about our skin, it won't help, because there is a high concentration of the alcohol denat mixed with the bamboo powder, and the result is this. Guys, I mean, seriously, the dryness right over here, it's intense. It's definitely here. And then the forehead, I can see normally fine lines and wrinkles that I usually do not observe. So practically, the fine lines and wrinkles are practically everywhere, all over my face. And I am asking, where is that skincaring formula? What happened with it? Why I do not see it in here, and why I do see and observe such an incredible tiredness on my skin? Because this is how it looks like. This is how it is right now. I can definitely see that my skin is absolutely super, super tired. So, another thing that I would like to talk about this foundation, guys, is this is definitely a very beautiful skin perfecting formula that gives a very nice coverage right from the beginning, and this is that type of a foundation that screams makeup. So as I've mentioned before, by the beginning of the summary, I am a very big fan of makeup, no makeup. Like, for example, if you know the Herborian, the CC cream, you put it on, you have an impression that there's nothing on your face, while there still is, and it's slightly correcting and yet beautifully enhancing your skin. While this one is, or like, for example, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, since we are talking about the foundation, it is absolutely undetectable on your skin. It smooths, it gives you a beautiful blur, and then it is slightly luminous, but not that type of a luminosity. This is exactly on the opposite side. It gives you quite a nice coverage already from the beginning, and it's absolutely almost impossible to have a natural look from this foundation. This foundation perfects your skin to the point when it gives you this kind of a Barbie doll, plasticky look to the skin. It's beautiful, but the skin does not look like that, you know? Certain foundations, they have this kind of like demi-transparency when you can see things peeking through, and then it's very beautifully balanced between what you are wearing, what you are covering, and what you are seeing peeking through that type of a product. This one, there's no compromise. It is like a shebang on your face. When it smooths, it covers, and it perfects, and it gives you this kind of like almost like a beautiful but non-natural type of a look. I don't know how to explain it. And then when I've said it again, when it comes to the dryness on my mature skin, you can see it. I can observe it as well. So yes, when I look at my makeup, I absolutely love how it looks like. But the best thing is not to move my face. Then it looks the best, because as soon as my emotions are kicking in, all my fine lines and wrinkles are waking up, and then I'm scared that some of the fine lines, actually, because my skin is now so dry and so needy, are gonna stay for like forever. It's like, once again, I want to show you something. Okay, now I have fine lines and wrinkles, and now I'm relaxing my face, and some of these fine lines, they're stayed. Like here, they're staying. I'm like, go away. I need to provide some sort of a moisture, because this foundation, despite the fact that perfects and looks beautiful, sucked out all my moisture and all my life from my face during the whole course of time. It is a beautiful foundation, but not necessarily a mature skin friendly. Nonetheless, I like what I see, so that's why I'm saying ParisStarChannel gives a green light. And the last product that I would like to talk about, and I guess this is my favorite one tested among the whole collection that I have featured, would be the bronzer. ParisStarChannel gives a green light to this bronzer. It is a very interesting formula, beautiful, smoothing. The color are rather warm, and they are actually quite intense from the beginning, but the way how it looks like on my skin, how it blends with my skin, how it perfects my skin, and how it looks and smooths. I absolutely love it. So among all of these products, that would be my personal favorite. I think it's the one that is actually very nice, and despite that I covered it with the foundation and it lies underneath, the effect that it gives me, it is pretty nice and I absolutely love it. So from the whole collection, that would be my personal favorite. ParisStarChannel gives a green light to the bronzer from Natasha Denona. Whew. Okay guys, I guess that would be all. What an exciting test when it comes to the Natasha Denona and her vision when it comes to the beauty products. My makeup looks beautiful, but on my preference, and this is what I think, it screams makeup. I would like this makeup to be more natural and more kind of like demi-transparent where my skin is peeking through, while this makeup is just full shebang beauty skin perfecting makeup. So you know, everyone has a different preferences. I wonder what kind of a preference is yours. Are you rather a very big fan of a luminous silk that is demi-transparent skin perfecting, or are you fan of the big shebang type of a foundation that, you know, covers and perfects, there are no compromises? This is that type of a foundation. Alright guys, that would be all what I have prepared for you. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you so very much for tuning into my channel. On my channel, we constantly celebrate diversity and beauty because we are all different, but with our differences, we are all gorgeous, unique, and beautiful. Guys, thank you so very much for your continuous support on my channel, for your likes, for your comments, subscriptions. It is amazing. Time to say goodbye. See you soon in my next episode. Kisses and cuddles. Take care. But as for now, guys, bye bye now.